All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. We are back at one of our normal hangouts. I went to a state park this afternoon, and it's strange the way it works. It's a state park, but it's operated by Benton County Conservation. So the county runs it, but it is state park. When I finally found it and got down in there, I stopped in two different spots, and mosquitoes lit me up. And like a dummy, I didn't get any refills for my thermocell, and I've got bug spray, but I wasn't going to sit there and fight the mosquitoes all night. The river has been up so high, I'm sure there's plenty of standing water around there because it is right on the river. So I took a chance, came back over here to a little park where I come quite often. Hopefully the mosquitoes aren't as bad. Now, I have ran into a few. This is the spot where the creek is, just right over there through the weeds. But I can guarantee you there's mosquitoes in there, and we're not going to fight them. All right, I am going to mess around here, get registered, get my awning up. It was just raining a little bit, but it's quit now, I guess. Give me some bug spray on, and I'll get back with you. All right, folks. Nice smoke. Trying to run the mosquitoes off. We do have mosquitoes here. So I have a piece of a fire there. And I have done all the setting up I am going to do. According to the weather on my phone, it's supposed to start raining in about an hour. Well, there's a 100% chance, so it could rain, I guess. So what I'm going to do right now, when I got this cooler yesterday at Goodwill for $8.99, and I couldn't pass it up. It's roto molded. It's not a high dollar brand, I don't guess. It's a Peak Series Adventure Ridge, but it's only a 20-quart cooler. So where I went wrong, I dumped ice in the bottom of it, then tried to put my beer in and what little bit of groceries I bought. So now what I'm going to do, when I get through choking to death, I'm going to get all this out of here. A high dollar Mountain Rush. I did bring the good stuff this time, though. I got a couple of Mountain Dews in here. I'm going to get that ice out of there off the bottom and try to put it in something. Then put all this beer down under the ice and put in just enough ice to cover what beer I've got and my Mountain Dews. I hate to waste the ice, but little town we live in, the grocery store there sells ice for a whole 75 cents a 5-pound. Well, I don't know if it's a 5-pound bag. Anyway, pretty good sized bag, but it's 75 cents. And I tell you, it's I don't know how he does it. Of course, he has an ice machine there and has kids that work there that bag it all up. But still, he can't be making much money by the time you pay for the electricity, the water, and the labor. But I think he does that to get you in there to buy other stuff, which I do. I mean, we buy most of our groceries there, which with just the two of us, we don't eat that much anyway. Well, we'd like to think we don't. Now I'm going to try to dump this ice in this box and then rearrange everything. And I got a feeling I know how this is going to go. Matter of fact, it's looking bad already. I'm pretty sure it is. That hurt. Told you it was a bad idea. All right, let's try this different way. I read a review on this little cooler, and the guy swore up and down that you can put an 18 pack of beer in here and have room for ice. Well, that's what I got here is an 18 pack. And I don't know. Don't know if this is really going to work. Kind of be wrong of me to doubt the guy until I give it my best effort. I know all the bug spray that I've got on my hands. It ought to be a tasty drink I mix later with this ice. Pretty sure it'll taste like Deep Woods Off and Seagram 7 or something. Well, I don't think the old boy was lying to us. Because that's an 18 pack in there with a bag of ice minus what I dumped on the ground. And if I didn't have to put my groceries in there, I could get those 3 Mountain Dews in there. Ooh, looks like I got a loose screw on my tripod. All right, I'm gonna get this back inside. Get my groceries back in here. My thinking was this was just so much handier than that big cooler I've been toting around forever that weighs 1,000 pounds. Pretty sporty unit, really. We'll see how it holds ice. I did have a gallon milk jug in there most of the day today. A gallon milk jug of frozen water, gallon milk jug of ice. So I set it inside there and closed it up. Then when I got ready to load the cooler up, I took that out and just put a bag of ice in there. So I believe what we're going to do is get that back inside. And I may have to rethink what I'm going to do for supper. Because if it's going to rain, obviously I ain't going to cook out here over the fire. And I did not get an electric site. I thought about it, but then it says it's going to get down, late 60s, I guess, tonight. And I hate to spend that extra $6 for electricity and then not need it. I mean, it would be nice to have the air running in there right now, but I believe I'll survive. What I had planned for supper was either grilled or fried pork tenderloins, mashed potatoes, and gravy. But unless it cools way down in the van before I get ready to cook, we're probably not going to heat it up doing all that. We'll see what we do. Might be sardines and crackers. We'll get back with you, though. All right, folks. Once again, the weatherman lied. It's way after 7 o'clock and it hadn't rained yet. I've been sitting out here. The mosquitoes have calmed down. Had a piece of a fire going over here. And I'll show you what I'm thinking about doing for, well, I got to do it now. I got it out. But I've got a couple of pork loins here that I seasoned up with, I guess soul food seasoning. And then I got some loaded baked mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna boil up some water and make these, and probably throw a little shredded cheese in there with them. Kind of wish I had some sour cream, but if they're loaded baked potatoes, they ought to have sour cream in them. So I'm gonna boil my water on the little stove to make my mashed potatoes. I'm gonna throw these on the grill as soon as it burns off a little bit. That thing was nasty. And I'm not even sure what kind of wood that is. It's, I don't know, doesn't smell real bad. What I should do is get the grate out of the back of my van, but I'm really kind of lazy and don't want to. And I'm out of the spray, the Pam, only it ain't really Pam. I don't roll with the good stuff. But I'm hoping them pork loins will have enough fat in them. So I'm going to get these things, well, as soon as that grate heats up a little bit. I just flipped it over and wiped the mud off of it. soon as that heats up a little bit, get the pork loins on there, boil my water from my mashed potatoes, and we'll see how it looks. Might even put some barbecue sauce on them. Not the mashed potatoes, but the pork loins. All right, I'll get right back with you. All right, folks, welcome back. I think we've got it done. I'm not sure. We're going to see. And I'll tell you something else. I will not tell you which one I dropped in the fire. And if I don't turn them over, you'll never know unless I drop another one. There's my pork loins. See if I can spin you around. And my mashed potatoes. And once again, this calls for, let me see if that camera will zoom in or get the light right. This calls for 2 cups of water to add to them. Well, every time I've made them, they've been too dry for me. So this time I added 2.5 cups. Well, guess what? They're still too dry for me. But I'm going to eat them because I'm starving. All right. You can hear something in the background over there. When I pulled in this afternoon, there were 2 guys over there on motorcycles up by the pavilion. They're all like those KLMs or whatever, you know, adventure bikes, whatever, on off-road. They're from Ohio. They rode Trans-America Trail, I guess it is. He told me, but I can't remember what it is. But anyway, they rode from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, and they're on their way home. He said they should be home tomorrow, and they're from Northwest Ohio. I wanted to go up and, you know, kind of interview them, but they seem like they're having a good time, and I don't know. You never know. Hell, one of them might be on America's Most Wanted or something and don't want to be on video. But these guys look like they've had a hell of a time. They're not beat down looking, and they're my age or older. But I believe they have had the ultimate adventure. They asked me about a place to eat near here, so as luck would have it, I have friends that own a bar here in town, which I don't know, a couple of miles. So I sent them up there, and maybe I should go ask them if it was any good, because you never know. But anyway, I guess if you've been on a motorcycle all day, anything be fit to eat. All right, guys, that's going to be my supper. Can't get it up there. Mosquitoes are starting to come out in force. I'm going to get up in the van, turn the fan on, and start killing them. All right, guys, thanks for watching. All right, good morning, folks. If you'll notice, I got the same clothes on I had yesterday. I came out here, brought the stove and the skillet and stuff out a while ago, and mosquitoes just swarmed me. I thought, well, no sense putting on clean clothes and spraying that down with deep woods. So we're out here now. Yesterday's clothes because they're pre-treated. But here in a little bit after breakfast, we'll get cleaned up, change clothes, and I don't know if we're going home. I don't really know what we're going to do today. We'll find out. A lot of it depends on the bugs. But I got a classic going on this morning. 2 pieces of sausage and 2 eggs. That ought to do it for me. I had thought about making pancakes, but then I thought about how lazy I am. So if this don't do me, maybe I'll throw some pancakes in there. Get the skillet heated up here. See how deep wood's off taste on your sausage. Whoa, didn't take. I'm used to cooking in cast iron, and we got this skillet the other day at Menards for like $4.99, so you know it's going to be a good one. But Well, one thing about it, it does heat up quick. That looks a little more manageable. All right, I'll get you back when we get something done here, folks. All right, we're about to make a mess or a meal, I don't know. But we got our eggs done. I think I'm going to try to make some toast in that skillet. Not sure how long this butter's been in my cooler, but I got a sneaking suspicion it was from the last camping trip. Well, it was in the other cooler. But it'll be good if I can get a piece. Probably don't need egg crumbs in there while I'm making toast. We'll see. Let's crank this bad boy up. And just maybe. Yeah, there's some butter. Probably ain't gonna be the best I ever had, but it ought to work. The guys on the motorcycle last night, wow, let me get this off of here. Guys on the motorcycles last night, they left out, probably an hour ago. It was just shortly after daylight, maybe I don't know, about an hour ago. They were smart enough. They actually pitched their tents under that pavilion up there, and I'm sure they pulled their motorcycles under there too. They are headed back to Northwest Ohio. Said they'll probably make it home today, but they've been all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. Ooh, judging by the smoke, we might need to turn that. Lord help me Jesus. Is that how you like your toast? Man, I'm tough, but I don't know if I'm that tough. We might have to let the coons have this. I ain't never seen bread stick. Then again, I shouldn't have cranked it up all the way. Tell you what I am going to do though, real quick while I'm going to dump a little water in there while it's hot. See if I can deglaze that pan. Oh shit. That don't act like it really wants to come out of there. Tell you what we'll do, we'll let it soak. I got a pile of dishes down here I got to do before I leave. But we'll let that soak, and I am going to take these sausage and eggs and burnt toast. I don't know. I'll get back with you. Probably won't tell you what happened to the toast. All right, folks, got the dishes cleaned up, stove put up, everything. So let's take a walk down here to the creek and see what it looks like this morning. See if we can get down here without getting eaten up by mosquitoes completely. As you can see, the park is empty once again, which I guess is a good thing. And the weeds are growing. And about most of these are stickers. Well, it's definitely up. Oh yeah. Kind of muddy looking too, isn't it? Don't really know. Ooh, these rocks and roots are slick. I bet that's going to be muddy. I don't know that we even want to walk around there. Oh no, last time you could walk around in the sand on the backside of that. Not so much today, but does look inviting. I don't know. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get the camera cut off and see what we can do here. I don't know if it's worth going for a dip this morning or not. The water is actually clearer than it looked from up there on the bank. Let me get you shut off and see what we do. All right, folks, we made it in the creek. Got the bug spray washed off of us, cleaned up a little bit, and put on some clean clothes finally. Got my dishes all done, put up, got everything picked up outside. I'm thinking about, I don't know if I'm moving or if I'm going home, but I'm not staying here. I've been here I don't know how many times, and it's a nice place. There's never anybody here. Well, with the exception of last night, the two guys doing the cross country trip on the motorcycles. But I don't know, mosquitoes are eating my ass up. I don't want to put on no more bug spray till, well, unless I have to, but not right now. I think I've got everything packed up where it's ready to ride. Put a couple of straps on these cabinet drawers over here and I'll be ready to go. So if I don't get back with you in just a little bit, we terminated this operation. I appreciate you joining in if you watched all the way to the end. And if you get a chance, hit the like button and the subscribe button. Also on the subscribe button, there's a little bell there. If you also click on it, you'll get a notification when I have a new video up. But thanks for watching. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too.